Stonebwoy ebufuye matches okay can adwin e de chair R2bees for a manager a friend Gomi aka Gomski overstatement be a make here concerning dancehall music in Ghana.
Pure ignorance. I know where Jay they go. And I said the record straight.
Let me put a stop to it. So wait, let me put a stop to it. So, I didn't know that they were saying that. So are you saying that it is being said?
No. One man within kind of own personality.
So what?
No. Ghana said that. But that one person on TV.
Okay,
because
of dancehall.
So the reason Ghana move forward is because of dancehall.
Well, let me say this. I didn't want to come to Ghana until I knew about Stonebwoy doing dancehall. And that's where I discovered the love for Ghana.
Of us who have to be speaking. It's just because we don't like to speak. We've left it for some people who feel like, you know, they are in the industry and they are personalized.
Jay, you see what Stone is saying?
And I'm speaking from my heart.
Jay, you see what Stone is saying?
This is passion. Left time to come over without this.
Because of dancehall.
Because of dancehall. Because of the music. How can dancehall be Ghana's problem? I mean, that's a very irresponsible talk, and I put it to Ike. That's, you know, this will give him some shouts. Big respect. It's my brother. We all come from the ends. We can talk and argue many days. Moogie's used to be his artist, if it still is. Moogie's is a protege of reggae and dancehall, who's one of the most talented and biggest artists here.
So a few days ago, you know, Gomi aka Gomski and manage R2bees. To those of us who don't know him, the image and I just said that screen is so Okopiemu or 3 music. I just almost have a very, very interesting discussion on their platform. So now along the discussion, and Ochemu say, you know, Ghana's biggest problem is dancehall music.
Me, I have one problem. If I say it, I'll have an issue. You get me? but you know what? For the sake of, I'll just say it.
Yeah.
I think that Ghana, one of our biggest problem has been dancehall. Okay. As much as me, I love dancehall. If my people will tell you, I've loved dancehall from day one. But I think that our biggest problem has been dancehall.
Okay. Say, you know, the industry was actually doing well and sana dancehall now, ever since dancehall Trinity within the Ghana music industry, things hasn't been the same. Ochemu, I say, you know, Okwa Brocha, they F with Afrobeat because vulgar words are words are and shed any Afrobeat musa as compared to dancehall. I don't for Anya Stonebwoy there. Now Stonebwoy could be on the same platform and I just say or clashing with Gomi or say Gomi and Nipa. Now so the fact should be the fact. Dancehall any Ghana's biggest problem be. And also Edina drink chair to out. I just say any SMK to Accra. So the amount Stonebwoy could PM or and he said or the biggest dancehall female artist in the world. Spice Abba Ghana artists on shooty on music video and also do some collaboration and other, you know, tours as well. Interno and Emma could PM or 3 music. Okay, can I drink sa at the chair R2bees for a manager Gomi aka Gomski. I don't know a moment young share that particular video. All credit to 3 music. Yeba to Amuso.
That's what I said about
I'm sparking
you know
this because somebody said somewhere that
we've been talking about
dancehall is the reason Ghana is not moving forward.
No.
And that's total BS.
One of the biggest artists today.
So I heard somebody say that. That's total BS.
I need to closer to the mic.
Truth of the matter is,
I need to know. It's ignorance. It's ignorance.
Yeah, pure ignorance. I know where Jay they go. And I said the record straight.
Let me put a stop to it. So wait, let me put a stop to it. So, I didn't know that they were saying that. So are you saying that it is being said?
Not saying that. No. One man within kind of own personality.
So what?
No. Ghana said that. But that one person on TV.
Okay, because of dancehall.
So the reason Ghana move forward is because of dancehall.
Well, let me say this. I didn't want to come to Ghana until I knew about Stonebwoy doing dancehall. And that's where I discovered the love for Ghana. So that also is not true.
I was not even going there. But what I'm talking about
is
music identity.
I understand you because there are a lot of people in the industry who have a personal mentalities that they speak to industry. And I would advise that should be looked at. And I want to also, I believe that I stand the capacity to speak like this because we're putting resources, finances into making sure that we are not culture vultures. We are culture custodians. I can put it to you any day and I can speak my truth. The stadium was full to capacity. The production was from my pocket. I know the amount of dollars that I spent to put that capacity. No artist within this, in my class, has done that yet. No artist in my class, not to say legends, however, have done that yet. 40,000 capacity seated. It was filled to 55 plus. It's there, it's evident. The staging. Did you guys see any sponsor on that stage?
Nah.
That is the capacity we're talking about, and how. So we have to speak. It's some of us who have to be speaking.
Yeah.
It's just because we don't like to speak. We've left it for some people who feel like, you know, they are in the industry
Jay,
and they are personal.
Jay, you see what Stone is saying?
And I'm speaking from my heart.
Jay, you see what Stone is saying?
This is
right?
passion. Left time to come over without this
Because of dancehall.
because of dancehall, because of the
Because of
music.
dancehall.
How can dancehall be Ghana's problem? I mean, that's a very irresponsible talk, and I put it to Ike. That's, you know, this will give him some shouts. Big respect. He's my brother. We all come from the ends. We can talk and argue many days. Moogis used to be his artist, if it still is. Moogis is a protege of reggae and dancehall, who's one of the most talented and biggest artists here. That statement, I think, if he retracts, will do a very well. Will do very well for us. But he can keep to it because it is his opinion. But for us who defend and put resources, finances into elevating Ghana. I just came back from Ivory Coast.
And you have been doing well. You have been doing extremely well.
I just came back from Ivory Coast. Went to represent Ghana right there. Any stage you find me on, I have the Ghana flag. I'm a flag boy for Ghana. So I put my heart into it. I put my life
While
into
doing
it.
dancehall.
And none of that will happen without dancehall.
Believe me, people say they're not even shooting no videos because they don't believe in investing in their careers. And we are flying. Empress is leaving her schedule. She just released. So dancehall is the best thing that could have ever happened to Ghana.
Check this out.
Aside
everything Stone is saying,
excuse me, because we grew up on that. We grew up on that. We grew up on the Bujus and the Shabbos coming to Ghana.
If you talk Zimzima,
remember who brought Beenie Man to Ghana? I'm sitting right here in front of you. Remember who brought Beenie Man to Ghana? Remember who brought Busy Signal to Ghana. Remember who brought Morgan Heritage to Ghana. Remember who brought Tentic to Ghana. Remember who brought Spice. You understand? We are living a legacy. Don't water it down.
It's election season.
Don't water it down.
You're buying the votes.
what I was going to say. What I was going to say in addition to what what are they talking in addition to what Eche they talk be saying? Trust me, the kind of love and embrace you get when you connect with Jamaican people is rare. Everybody I've connected with, he knows Jazzwad.
You know more people me know.
You know, he knows Jazzwad, right? And every Jamaican I've connected with, they embrace you very, very differently. And even that kind of connection shows that,
So for Spice to go into right here, you should know that there is something good about. And let me tell you, let me wrap it up so that it's on record. May it not be that there is wars of genres of music that is ignorance in its own capacity. May it not be that some Afro beats are fighting some dancehall or some reggae is fighting some war. No. Sense will tell you that this is music of black origin. I study this in school. I study. You guys know the vibes. I'm so passionate about this. I put my money into this. I'm not going to let anybody who can't put no dime into anything just spit on the vibes. You get, it's not about genre wars. I have hit songs in Afrobeat. I have hit songs in reggae. I've had the most collaborations in Ghana, from Ghana. What are you talking about? From French to Lusophone to Francophone. And it's dancehall. I do it.
I need that song. That song, I love it.
Which one of them?
I can't see me from afar.
Look at the stage. Look how many people got here. That's the School of Performing Arts from Legon. I mean, hold on.
The reason I brought that up wasn't even about this, but I was asking about something about identity. Hence the reason why I asked, out of 10 artists in Jamaica, how many of them will come up to do dancehall or reggae dancehall music? And you rightfully gave me the answer I was looking. How
has dancehall impacted on the identity of Ghanaian music?
I'm speaking something else, something completely different. So we have 10 artists likely to come out to do a certain particular genre, which gives me an answer, confident answer that is one of the ways that they protect their music, because the culture feeds the people to understand that if you want to do music on the top priority list, one of them peaks, so you might want to lean towards that. The language, the food, the dance, everything is in there. When you watch your videos, everything about it speaks Jamaican. You don't even need to, if you didn't even say a word, we probably watch the visuals without audio, we'll know you're a Jamaican artist.
Yes.
So now coming back home, and hence the tough question I was going to put to my friends, that what and how can we represent ourselves when you speak Ghana? What can represent us? If it is dancehall, how do we go about it? If it's Afrobeat, how do you go about it? If it is high life, how do you go about it?
Jay, I think,
and then I ask the second question: that has the multiple genres and love of the music that we like, has it been our Achilles heel, the weak spot in our system, because we have too many things that we are doing? That's what I was asking. I don't know if
but
you
it has not.
Jay, the only thing that's
as
a weak
simple as
spot
that
for creatives anywhere in the world is finance, right? We are very diverse on the continent of Africa. Jamaica is an island, so if they are all doing the same, even within Ghana, we have diverse tribes. And so those influence from when you grow up is going to bear on the music. And so somebody from Tamale, even if they decide to do dancehall, their tonation will be different from somebody from the south.
Okay, may I just add it up? The same way I was about to say. When we're in the car, I asked her. She says Jamaica only speaks patois. So how then do you expect? They only speak patois. It's reggae, it's dancehall.
Yeah.
They do that, they go. Ghana has 1 million languages.
And one,
if we didn't do
we were just
if
talking
somebody
about
from
that
the
in the
north.
car.
Somebody from the
agree.
north cannot
Yeah.
will do music that will be
Jay, trust me,
unique.
somebody from the north.
It's funny how
Jay,
you asked
somebody-
that question, because remember,
Yeah, he
I
was
said
speaking-
to you,
yeah.
we was just speaking in the car, and
Exactly,
I was
the
asking you about the
same thing he
language,
said.
and you was teaching me about tree, and you say you speak some other
Tree,
language. And I said,
Jay,
Jay,
you
which
see-
one of them do you speak in your music?
Vimba.
That's the
And I said,
question
I spoke
asked.
all. And
you
she said, yes.
You speak all of them, and I said, wow. And you say you put all of them in your
My
song.
telele
because
girl says she wants some dang belele after she say pandi shampelele choben kemini ma telele magbelele language
without words.
So hold on 1 second.
That's another language.
Here, because the jiggle and wine. So
Yes.
we tie it up into when I said to you,
Attăcking,
I love your language, and I say you have to speak the tree, and you come in with it. I say,
also yes.
And then Stone didn't tell Spice that he had, he was describing, like a woman be.
Oh, but she likes it. She
I
likes it.
love
She loves
it. I love it. I love it.
So Stonebwoy, and I just say, I can't drink, and they actually all those fighting against dancehall genre in Ghana, and saying, they should stop that. Now, dancehall and Ghana's biggest problem be. Well, a lot of people said, he said nothing about the truth. Ebinum and so I say dancehall a trinity a PA, and I just as a high life, a hip life, and a call for me. Gome has the right to say that. Adolf, what is your take on this? Do you agree with Gome or you agree with Stonebwoy? For adventure, well, Vimbas TV so, and I'm going to share video way on YouTube. Now you subscribe here. Do well, say, subscribe, and don't forget to also turn on your post notification. Once again, all credit to 3 Music. Yeah, that's CP.
The man is knowing the kind of video that.
Vimbas TV.